Welcome back to the Nine Nation podcast. I'm your host, Evan Nazareth, and today I'm joined by Charlie Rogers. So he recently completed his spring 2025 internship with Tesla, which is really cool. This episode will be focusing on his background at the university, as well as the interesting projects he got to do, as well as the wide array of other internships he's got to have, leading to some great experiences. So, Charlie, what is your favorite place to go around campus?
Around campus, that's a good question. I'm not on main campus that much, but the Chick-fil-A definitely has my attention.
Yeah, like the Prospector one?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, there's always, I love always just chilling in that area, especially because they renovated like Upper Prospector. Have you got to see that?
I haven't actually been to the new stuff yet. I heard there's a sushi place, right?
Yeah, it's a lot more opened up. It looks really nice. It also added Qdoba, which is my roommate's favorite place to go.
Oh, yeah?
In general off campus, but now we have one on campus. I had to actually try it.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's really good. You can mobile order it. You got quesadillas and other things mainly.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's pretty good stuff. And then there's also the Panda there now as well.
Oh, did they move it from? Okay, gotcha.
Moved it from Cone over there.
What's over there now? A Cone.
I don't know. I actually haven't looked.
I'm so out of date with all the food stuff, unfortunately.
I think the sushi's over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the sushi replaced that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's enough of our food discussion.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, yeah, it's funny enough because we've actually known each other since freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
I know.
We both started off in actually an engineering class, which was one of the few engineering classes they had there.
Yeah.
Were you interested in that since, like, freshman year of high school? Or, like, how'd you, like, decide you wanted to be an engineer? Because he's a mechanical engineering major as well.
So that class is more computer engineering.
Yeah,
so that's how I knew I didn't want to do that. I remember, I think it was for the final, they had us take the A+ certification, which is what you do like after years of experience within that field. And I want to say I got like a 17 on the test, so like I knew I didn't want to do that. Always liked mechanical stuff though, like building Legos is how it started out. Like looking at the Krispy Kreme conveyor belt line. I mark that as like my inspiration to being a mechanical engineer. So,
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I definitely was interested in like engineering stuff as we both know. Like, that was like the only really kind of like engineering class high school offered. So like, I mean, I thought it was at least cool because we got to like learn about like circuits, boards, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To at least have an understanding of how that works. But I agree with you.
For sure.
Like,
yeah.
I don't think that electrical engineering side is as much for me.
No, definitely not.
But I think it's really cool that we have the opportunity now because you're also in the motorsports concentration, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Okay,
no.
You changed out.
Yeah, so I wanted to have some more flexibility with what classes I could take, especially since of all the aerospace-related classes like flight mechanics are out now, and I couldn't do that in the concentration.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's also why I didn't decide to, but also there's a great opportunity if people want to like dive in on that. And yeah, I agree. The aerospace concentration stuff is really cool. We have a lot of new aerospace classes. Yeah. Like I've taken flight mechanics. Are you trying to look into that as well?
I'm taking it right now.
Oh, you're taking it right now. Yeah, that's a great class.
I just had my first test in it. So
yeah. How'd that go?
It didn't go horribly. We made our own equation sheet though, and the one equation I left out was a question.
The one you needed?
Yeah. So it's always like that,
Yeah, I get that. Are you guys still doing the designing the plane aspect of the project?
Hopefully. He hasn't announced. So I know there's a project at the end that counts as like our final, but I don't actually know what it is yet. So I've heard about the design the plane project. I think it may have been from you, but we'll see actually what happens.
Yeah, because I actually got to take that class when they were like piloting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So when they were like starting it out, and we actually got to like design our own model plane.
Okay.
We never actually got to end up flying it, which is kind of bad because
did you build them?
We did build them, though.
But you didn't fly them.
Yeah, because he said we were going to, and then it got around finals, and he couldn't find a day to schedule it with everyone's schedules, and then
that sucks.
So it just ended up not being able to fly. But the good news is, I mean, I get to work with him now. He's like our advisor for like the rocketry team, and like we get to do some pretty cool stuff that we actually can fly.
Yeah,
some pretty fun stuff. So worked out, I guess, in that sense now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, in terms of other stuff, the reason I said motorsports was because you have a lot of interest, I think, in like car related things. I guess things
field.
That move.
Yeah,
because, like,
for sure.
Yeah, like whether it's in the space or on the ground. Whatever. I guess you like that side of things.
Yeah, definitely.
What I gathered.
I came into college with the mindset on motorsport. I watched like a lot of F1, and Charlotte's an amazing school for NASCAR and other motorsport. So that was sort of how I started off. And then since I've gotten more experience, I kind of know I want to branch out to other things.
as well.
So still very open, but we'll see where it all leads.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, but yeah, there's a lot to it, as I'm sure you know, and also like the industry is different than like the technical side, and the technical side is different than the practical side.
For sure,
There's a lot of different aspects to all of that. Yeah, but I guess talk about a little bit about your FSA experience a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
First, yeah.
So started off freshman year, just kind of normal general member for the first semester. After that, I joined the brake sub team. There's 3 of us, including the team lead. So that was a lot of fun. Got to learn a lot about like the more intricate parts of the braking system, which I really enjoyed. And actually like doing proper engineering and like calculations and all that kind of stuff. So I did that for about 9 months until I had the opportunity to become the ergo lead, which is a related subsystem to brakes. It's focusing more on like the driver controls, so the steering system, the seats, the harness, all that kind of stuff.
That's like stuff to make the driver comfortable, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So I was in that position for about 9 months as well, leading a couple of other engineers working on the development of that. And then with the onset of my internships, I actually stopped doing that just for time's sake.
Yeah, no, that made sense. I was about to say, how'd you have time to do?
I did it.
That's what I figured. Yeah, and that makes sense because you had a really cool. You had a lot of internship opportunities pop up. I guess you want to go in order real quick and then get to Tesla.
Yeah, I can just do a step through of all of them. Yeah, so I started off a part-time internship at SBM Solar. They're based up in Concord, focusing mostly on manufacturing solar panels without glass was the whole like gimmick of it. And the idea behind that is it's a lot easier to manufacture custom shapes because you don't have to get a massive pane of glass, cut it into shape. So I was working mostly on manufacturing related stuff. One of the big projects was a welding like robot laser to weld the cells together. It shoots like a little laser at a piece of solder on it and just melts it, and it's a lot more efficient than doing it by hand.
How complicated were you like making the shapes? Are they like basic shapes or like more like really unique combinations to like fit into a thing?
The most complex I made was like a kind of triangular one. But the company did partner with a lot of solar teams, which is the college competition where you build the car with the solar panel and it's just powered by that. And that's really important to have complex shapes because you want to form it around the body to make it more dynamic.
That's cool. When you did FSAE, were you on the EV team?
Yes.
Okay, so you've done a lot of stuff in electric.
Specifically. Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty cool. Do you think that's like the side you're more interested in, or like that's just what you've had the more opportunity to be experienced with?
I think there's more opportunity, definitely. That's kind of like the emerging industry. So it's a lot easier to get started in there. But for me, most of my interest just comes from pure mechanical things.
I want to build things in any way that I can make.
If it happens to be for electric car, it's great, but I'm not picky.
Okay, cool. And then what happened after that one?
Yeah, so I went straight into a co-op with Yokohama Tire after that. So this was spring of 24. That was my first full-time job. And that first position was working with their mold design department. So there's a lot of drafting and like working in CAD to make the molds for the tires. And I actually got to go to like the tire manufacturing facility and see like my own designs on top of a mold with the changes I made and everything. So that was super cool. A great like way to get into the industry and everything.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went straight into the testing department. So that's summer 24. And there is all, like hands-on work. We were completely redoing the testing lab. So it was a lot of like retrofitting machines, kind of getting them to work the way we want to work, setting up like safety enclosures, all that kind of stuff.
What do you think is like more like, was it more you're testing stuff, you're designing things, you're like, do you know what I mean? Like that kind of aspect.
Like my preference
job?
Or?
I guess your preference.
Yeah.
Or like what you did.
I definitely like the testing more because it's like working hands-on, like kind of proper engineering, where the design part was more like computer work and like
simulations and
not even simulations, just like CAD and drafting, like making engineering drawings. So definitely not like my passion when it comes to engineering. I like the testing side a lot more.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, and then the next one I guess was Tesla, right?
Yeah, so after that, went back to school for fall and then went to Tesla, which was in Palo Alto, right in the heart of Silicon Valley. And that was really cool. Once again, working on tires. So I was working with the team that develops all the tires for all platforms on Tesla.
Yeah, that's really cool, and that's a lot of job experience for 3 years. I honestly was like very impressed when I was looking.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how I've done it, but
weren't you also like a research assistant?
Yeah. So during that fall, when I was back in school, I was doing like a real part-time research position on campus. I was working with 5-axis 3D printing methods.
Yeah.
So
cool. Yeah, I was looking at some of your work.
Yeah, a lot of it was looking at if you can figure out which direction stresses are flowing through a material, you can orient the 3D print layers so that, if you're familiar with 3D printing, you have layers like this, and they're very easy to break like that, but not the other way. So you want to orientate those layers so it'll be stronger, is the whole idea behind that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, I even looked at like his online stuff. Like, he's a whole bunch of cool designs. I can show the camera, I guess, a little bit.
Is that my portfolio?
Cool. Yeah. There's a lot of cool designs in here.
A lot of that's from SAE.
Yeah.
A lot of CAD work and then a bit from Yokohama as well.
Yeah, still really cool.
Yeah.
For sure. I guess what type of 3D printing do you like doing, I guess? Because there's a lot of different types, I guess, material-wise or...
Yeah, so for that research, it was more like the start of it. So it was a lot of like working with computer-aided machining software, Siemens NX. So it was more focusing on like the computer side, figuring out how you would actually look at like where the forces are going and orientate the layers, all that. But then outside of that, I also have my own 3D printer, which is just more of like a basic like PLA FDM printer. So that'll get some experience like that.
Yeah, a lot of our friends have like different plastic printers. So like my friends have like made me like different like little helmets or like things that they found online from like repositories.
Yeah, definitely. Like that, so. I have a lot of stuff like little trinkets and like it's great for fidget toys. I love fidget toys. So.
I've been donated a lot of benches.
Yeah,
I just got a lot of boats.
Yeah,
there's actually once when we were like doing something with like a water bucket for like something, and I just like found my benches, and I don't know
just filled it with boats.
Materials, but I just filled it with boats. That was really fun.
Yeah, it was funny.
So yeah, that was good. What's like the coolest thing you think you've 3D printed? I don't know how much you've dealt with it, or the coolest thing you've seen.
I've seen some pretty cool stuff. One of my coworkers at Yokohama had those like retractable swords where you like fling it out and it shoots out like 5 feet.
Yeah.
I printed a lot of what I print is both like fidget toys and like little trinkets, as well as like my own designs for projects I'm working on. I can't really pick a coolest one though.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, for our club, Advanced Technologies Club last year, we actually made like bag tags. Like we had someone come in and like make us like club bag tags.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. That was fun. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things you can make. Have you ever looked into like other types of 3D printing? Because there's a lot of different things you can make. You can make like metals. You can make foods.
Yeah.
You can make resin stuff.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're so cool.
They're so cool.
The resin printers especially are really cool because it's like actually consumer grade. So you can buy it and it's not going to cost you thousands of dollars. And they're super accurate from what I've heard.
Yeah, because I tried resin printing once at the one on campus.
Oh, yeah?
And I actually got to print like a really cool like 3D figurine.
Yeah.
It was like...
Yeah, but they're perfect for that. Like the small...
Like, the amount of precision is crazy. Like it goes down to like... It goes down to like a crazy level of tolerance. Like you can see...
That's so cool.
A real picture.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Have you ever tried?
No. Yeah, I want to though.
Yeah, no, I want. Yeah, no, I never thought it was something I'd be able to do, but I didn't know they had one here.
Yeah,
so I just stumbled upon it. It's really
there's some metal printers over in Duke.
There are some metal printers.
Yeah, I haven't used them, but I've seen them. It's so cool.
I think you can use them for the advanced CAD class here.
Oh, really?
I think.
Okay.
Or maybe for research. I don't know.
Yeah, or I think there's a 3D printing class, so maybe part of that.
Maybe part of that as well. Huh. Dude, I want to try the food one though. I want to like make like.
Yeah.
Yum. Yeah. Anyway, going to Tesla.
Yes.
What do you think is like your favorite model Tesla? I mean, you probably got to see a whole bunch of different types.
Yeah, so I got to drive every type while I was
you actually got to drive?
Yeah.
That's
so, cool. Yeah, we had the company
every
cars.
Type?
Yeah.
That's sick.
So, I think the Model 3 Performance is my favorite because it's really fast. It's like the Model S is bigger. So it's kind of inconvenient to drive. Like, I don't like big cars. I like driving smaller cars.
Where'd you get to drive it? Like a parking lot, on a track?
Just on the roads. Yeah. So I would commute a lot in between two offices. So whenever I did that, I get to take a company car. So I just kind of, pick out a new one each time and try it. So
this is what you mean by you like testing?
Testing, yeah. So yeah, definitely the Model 3. The Cybertruck is weird.
Oh, you got to drive in a Cybertruck?
Yeah. because it's huge, but then it's like it's steer by wire. So if you're in a parking lot, you only have to steer a little bit to like do a full 180 versus like on the road. So I'm not used to it at all.
Yeah, there's a couple around here. There was a lot in California when I went, and your internship was also in California.
Yeah,
right?
so it was Palo Alto, which is right outside of San Francisco.
Yeah, that's really cool. How was it like living there?
It was awesome. My backyard was Stanford's like natural area, so super beautiful, like rolling hills.
Oh wow.
We had like the hills/mountains right next to us. The fog, if you've heard about that in San Francisco, it's real.
I have not heard of that.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
It's just like some weird like natural phenomenon with the mountains and like the ocean breeze. I don't know how it works, but you have like these rolling fog clouds that go over the mountains.
That's sick.
And like especially in San Francisco, you'll see a lot of it. And like the Golden Gate Bridge will like stick out. It's super cool.
Yeah. At first when you said that, you're like, fog is real.
The fog.
Like, I know, Charlie. I know fog is real. Yeah, it's fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Tesla's been around. It's interesting because like it's been around a while, but it's also not been around a while. It's been like definitely around as long as probably we've been alive. Like to be honest, because it was founded around 2003.
Yeah,
I was looking at that earlier.
Yeah, I think the first like either the Roadster or the Model S came out around like 2009. So definitely a newer company, especially compared to like Ford and some of the other car companies that are like making the first ones.
But they've made up a lot of big steps, I would say.
For
like,
sure.
In general, like same with like all of Elon's other companies.
Yeah,
Did you ever
yeah.
get to see any emails from him?
No emails. I saw him once.
You actually got to see him?
So yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, didn't talk to him.
Yeah. What was he doing? Just like going about his day, like
he's just walking through the office.
Just
Yeah,
saw,
I was
like,
like, I got up to go to the
through.
bathroom, and he like walks through the store. It was such a shock because it's like that's the last person I'd expect to walk through the door.
Yeah, no, that's that's crazy.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So it's just like that's why you always got to have your resume ready. You know?
Yeah, I already got the job.
No.
We'll get his autograph.
Yeah, other than that, just like anything. Just like, be like, I'll be your Uber driver. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I can drive your Tesla.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't drive the Tesla Roadster. I lied. That's the one car I didn't drive. But
false advertising.
My bad.
Yeah, no, that's cool though. Yeah. You also did a couple cool things in high school. I did not know until like last week when we were talking about that you did diving.
Yeah.
Like you were a varsity diver.
Yeah, so I was a diver since I was 6 years old.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So that was like my childhood sport. It started off just like in the summer at my pool. I was on the dive team. And then later on I went into like club diving year round and competed.
Wow.
Like on a national scale.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And then
how far did you go for like competitions and stuff?
I got 2 nationals, so top 60.
Yeah, I guess I meant like location.
Oh, location. So I dove at Purdue once, Greensboro a decent amount of times, and then I forget what university, but one in Florida.
That's impressive.
Probably UCF because it was in Orlando.
Did you ever get injured? Because that's stuff
I got 3 concussions from diving.
Oh.
So the first time I hit my head on the board, and that put me out for sure. And then after you get the first concussion, it's like you're more likely to get more because, like brain damage.
Yeah.
So then both the second and the third one were just me belly flopping too hard to the point where that like rocked my brain and gave me a concussion.
Yeah. There was one time I was worried I got a concussion from something. Luckily, and I took the test and I got 100%. Luckily, it was 100% not a concussion.
Nice.
But 100% memory retention. But those can be kind of scary.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it sucks because like all you can do is sit in a dark room doing nothing all day because everything will hurt your head. And that's how you heal. So
yeah, makes sense. Also, kind of a random question. I'm also seeing you worked at Bricks.
Yes,
I know a lot of people who worked at Bricks.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know Ryan Pagora? Any chance?
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah. Anyway, he went to our high school too.
Okay,
that's cool. Yeah, you've had a lot of jobs.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Yeah. The farm?
Yeah, that was my first job when I was, I want to say like 15 years old.
Yeah.
I was sitting behind the counter with, have you seen the little like hats?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, not a fit.
Yeah, it's always funny because I always feel like I see you at like really random times, at least in high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because we ran cross country together for like a little bit, like freshman year.
Yeah, then I quit
very
quickly.
And then you quit. And then I think there was one time I was like running. I don't know if you remember this. But, like, I was running, like, in the middle of the street somewhere, and I saw you and I think Christian, like, in a Jeep.
I think I do remember this. That was definitely Christian's Jeep.
And I guess I do remember Christian then from high school because that's, like, the one time I guess I saw him with you in a Jeep. And
yeah?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, and then orientation.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys knew each other before.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
No, that's been like the whole thing is I did not remember or like see him once.
Yeah.
Since.
There's a lot of people like that from our high school.
Yeah. So like maybe I saw him, maybe I did. At the least I remember I saw you. You were in your Jeep and your
Yeah, I knew you.
that was funny. So that was cool. Yeah. What do you think has been like? I mean, obviously it's hard to pick, and obviously you probably appreciate all these companies a lot.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think was like the coolest like work you got to do? Because like, you got to do a lot of different like types of things.
Yeah, I'd say probably Tesla was the coolest, just because everything around it also.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, I grew up in Raleigh and then go to school in Charlotte, so I've only really lived in North Carolina. So moving over to the Bay Area is like a complete change. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And then the work itself was really interesting. Getting to like work with the cars, drive the cars, actually do all that, and just all around, I think, best experience. Not that any of them were bad.
Yeah, but, I can agree with that.
Yeah,
because personally and professionally, there's a lot of different factors.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. And then it seems like you also got to do a lot of coding there.
Yeah,
at least
a lot of MATLAB.
MATLAB, really.
Yeah, I got really used to that. So both at Tesla and also the internship after back at Yokohama.
Because you went back afterwards.
Yeah. So picking up from
like a rotation.
It was a 3 rotation co-op, and I had done 2. So I had one more to do, and that was this summer. So that was with their like research and development team. That was more like simulation, kind of like you were alluding to earlier.
Yeah.
And a lot of MATLAB coding, that kind of stuff.
That's cool. Yeah. So was your research thing like partnered with Siemens? Or is that like using a Siemens program?
It was using a Siemens program.
Okay.
Yeah, it was with a professor on the on campus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm delving into that a lot. I found this stuff interesting.
Yeah, like, it is really cool.
Stuff. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed. But yeah, I guess in terms of other things, like what do you just like to do like for fun? Like, because you obviously have been doing a mix of things between like schoolwork and like work. But like what do you like actually like to enjoy doing?
I like playing video games. I love like kind of...
What's your console of choice?
PC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's good for like single player video games. And then we'll play like a lot of Switch, like my roommates and I, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's like good for like house gaming.
Yeah, for sure. It's a different vibe. We've been playing a lot of ping pong also. Which,
I've heard.
Yeah, I've gotten really good though. I used to be so bad. I was always like would overhit it or hit it into the net. Yeah. And I finally got it down.
I'm with you. Too strong. I
know. I can't control my own strength.
Yeah, that's cool. Isn't there like something else at your place too? Do you guys have like a pool?
Yeah, we have a lot. We got a hot tub. We got a pool. We got a sauna. Yeah, shout out to Arcadia. It's a really cool place, and it looks like a medieval village.
Yeah,
so super vibey.
I kind of like where I live too, just because of like mostly like locationally, like it's just close. Like we also have like an air hockey table.
Yeah.
Pool table.
What floor are you on at Belk?
3rd.
Okay, yeah, that's me too. When I was there for a summer. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just nice because I can walk to everything.
Yeah.
Like everything's like a 5-minute walk.
I do.
From, like my main classes. Or, like, things.
Something I realized recently, Arcadia is like the best and the worst position possible because you're less than a mile to Target, less than a mile to Walmart, less than a mile to like IKEA, like all these different food places.
Yeah.
But it's not walkable at all. It like adds a mile because you have to snake around buildings and everything. Yeah. It's so unfortunate.
Yeah. Have you ever got to check out like Charlotte a lot? I feel like I'm always too busy to like actually go there. Like
I mean like the first 2 years I only knew like the university area, and then after turning 21 I got to like go out a bit more and like see like different parts. There's a lot of really nice areas of Charlotte. I kind of gave it too much hate to start out with, but I like Charlotte a lot now.
Yeah, on some funny stories, like the few times I went there, I feel like there was always just like random like people.
Yeah,
like
always.
Yeah. So there's that too. Mm-hmm. I guess in terms of like your Tesla stuff, so like how do they? Oh, I guess because you were there for like a semester, which is different than like a summer internship, I guess, because you only have 3 months. You were there for like 5 to 6.
I think it was 4 or 4.5. Yeah,
okay.
So it's a couple weeks longer.
It's longer.
Yeah, for sure.
So
it's nice you get to get a bit more done and have bigger term projects where you can actually like see everything to completion.
Yeah. Do they like train you longer then, or is it like still like a week or 2, or like?
Still about the same, and also it helped that I was going from like one tire engineering position to another, so I was already familiar with all the terms and like tests and all that kind of stuff, so there's is mostly just training on Tesla specific things, like their own software.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. How about like California level things? Like places around California. You get to go to like Disney World or like
not Disney World.
Or like Hollywood.
Yeah, so the Bay Area itself is super cool. You got like Napa and Sonoma, like Wine Valley area.
Is that like north or like south?
It's north of the Bay. Yeah, it's like way north.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then I went to Yosemite for a weekend, which is about 4 hours. It was super cool.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually.
We came at like the perfect time because our last day, like or the day that we left, I think they got like 2 feet of snow. It completely like shut everything down there.
That's cool.
So we timed it, and the weather was perfect when we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always sunny.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also did a trip up to Tahoe to do some snowboarding when my sister was in town. So that was a lot of fun. It's also about 4 hours.
Were you there during like the fires?
Yeah. Actually,
Really?
I flew in through LA when I was moving there, and it was like covered in fog, or not fog, but smoke from the fires.
Yeah. I got you.
But not too much like up north, because it's a good like 8 hours north of LA.
That's interesting, because I was driving the Pacific Coast Highway with my friend earlier in the summer, and then he sent me pictures like a few months later, like after it was like all burned down and destroyed, which is kind of sad.
What part of the like US 1? Like that just runs along the entire.
Yeah, the one that runs along the side.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it was kind of sad seeing it just like destroyed after. It was like really pretty.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to drive a Tesla down that? Like this?
Not a Tesla. I drove my own car.
Drive your own car.
Yeah. Like
at least that's cool. It's a nice drive.
Yeah, it's super pretty.
That's the main thing I'm getting at. Cool. Yeah, I guess in terms of other stuff, anything else that you want to like talk about in terms of like your university level experiences or things like that? Like clubs you do?
Yeah, so I've started going to the Rocketry Club a bit. Yeah,
cool.
you've seen me there. I'm liking that a lot. It's a lot of cool people there doing interesting stuff.
Do you think you're gonna like do something for like the actual rocket, or just like learn and like stuff like
that?
Like
the team,
like the sub team, yeah. Well, not like the team, but like
the club team,
like the club sub team stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to. I think the payload stuff is pretty cool. Okay. I've seen like some of the team payload things, like both this year and last year, seem super interesting. So.
Yeah, it's a whole different scale level stuff.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be pretty similar, because I'm on the team now.
Yeah.
It's very different.
I bet, yeah.
It's a lot of documentation.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, at least the payload stuff is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fun. Hopefully you get to learn some of that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. I guess going to get into our last question. So, what would you like people to take away most from this conversation in general?
Do an internship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you got to like take a semester off, it's 100% worth it. You get like practical experience. You know what you're expecting when you graduate. You get paid, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I've got to see you and some of our other friends like actually get to do that. And it seems like you get a lot of like experience, skills, money.
For sure, yeah.
So that's ultimately what you want out of school. So I think that could be a beneficial thing as well. I mean, it's a little bit of a different college experience, but like I feel like it's
for sure.
Definitely worthwhile.
Yeah.
Depending on the person. I feel like you've gotten a lot out of it.
Yeah, I definitely think it's worth it.
So.
Even I had to take a year off, and I still think I would do it over
again. Yeah, because you're not even that far behind either,
No.
and you've got like more work experience than most people after they graduate. So.
And then I get a longer college experience, so
that's true as
well.
well.
I'm not rushing to graduate. Yeah.
So yeah, just depends. But yeah. Mm-hmm. And okay, so that's our time for today. Thank you, Charlie, so much for being on this episode. I think it's really cool to get another one of the Elon trifecta on here today, because we had Christian, who's an earlier episode of this podcast, and he did SpaceX and Tesla.
Yeah.
So
now you just need Neuralink or Boring Company.
We get another one of the trifecta or some other company that Elon runs. Maybe Elon himself.
Oh, there you go. Next episode.
No, just kidding. But yeah. So be sure to tune in, follow at Niner Times Podcast and at b.nazareth on Instagram for more info on episodes. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned and go Niners.
Go Niners.